Good evening and welcome to ET Now Startup Central, India's first and only daily show dedicated to startups, technology and entrepreneurship. I'm Chandra Shrikant coming to you live from India Startup Capital, Bengaluru, and we kick it off then with the top story today. Now, Masayoshi Son of SoftBank is probably the biggest investor in India's startup ecosystem. SoftBank's made some of the biggest bet in Indian startups here, but his other bet apart from startups when it comes to India is on solar power. In fact, SoftBank Energy, which is an MOU with Bharti as well as Foxconn, has already committed to investing $20 billion in India. Now, in an interesting move, Masayoshi Son said today that he will be open to giving solar power free to all members of the International Solar Alliance. India is in fact a member of this global alliance after the power purchase agreement period expires in 25 years. He said because in 25 years he would have made money and it's time to really give back. This could of course give India a huge boost as far as its push for clean energy is concerned. So what's making Masa Son optimistic? Listen into what he had to say at the Reinvest conference in Delhi earlier today.
It is important to have no dependency of one energy source. Okay? Sunshine is a gift of the God. That's available even though you use the outcome of sunshine. You are not damaging anybody. You are not damaging any environment. So this is beautiful. And technology is coming so great. So I have a special offer, which I spoke to PM Modi yesterday. I volunteer, not anybody asking me. I volunteer. Free power, free electricity after 25 years. What does it mean? I want to offer this to India, but not only India, but any ISA countries. Any ISA members, I'd like to offer free electricity after 25 years out of the solar power generation, which we create. Okay? What does it mean? Everybody talk about 25 years because it is a 25 years power purchase agreement. The government pays to the vendors for 25 years with a fixed price that you agree in day one. And the companies do the project finance to recoup the investment in 25 years. So nobody talks about what happened after 25 years. Nobody is talking about it. It's a subject nobody talking about. So I'd like to talk about that. What happened after 25 years? The solar plant keep on generating electricity for 100 years. Conservatively speaking, 80 years, definitely, for sure. So after 25 years, remaining 55 years, remaining 60 years, remaining 80 years, the solar panel is a product of crystal. It is a wafer of silicon. It is a crystal. Crystal end of the change of the material. So it is no longer going to change to anything else. It's a crystal. It's the end stage. So as long as you clean the dust, as long as there is a sunshine, it keep on generating electricity for the remaining 55 years, 60 years, 80 years.
Okay, interesting offer from Masa Son. After 25 years, basically, he's saying India, along with other countries in the International Solar Alliance, will get solar power free of cost. Looks like energy is going to be the next big bet. In fact, an even bigger bet for SoftBank in India, apart from all the money it's invested in startups here. Remember, it's backed some of the biggest unicorns, including Flipkart, Oyo, so many, and so many others in the last few years. Of course, Ola as well. We'll have to wait and see what other companies they will be betting on in future. But moving away from that to another important story, and this is really about the latest breach that's happened at Facebook. Now, Facebook's been under pressure in the last few days to really disclose region by region the number of users impacted. They're yet to come out with specific numbers from India, and they are now under more pressure because the government too has asked them for numbers on the India impact as well as how they are handling this issue. Remember, this has become a very serious issue because users of not just Facebook but users who use the Facebook login to access multiple apps have also been compromised. Facebook has finally responded to the Indian government's query. My colleague Rahul Daima joins us with more details. Rahul.
Chandra, for the first time we've had Facebook comment on the Indian government's really asking them to own up and report as far as what has happened to the Indian users. Remember, 50 million users were impacted in the latest data breach. In fact, Facebook had taken precaution and turned off the data keys, so to say, for 90 million users. So India, the reason why everyone is worried is because it is the largest market for Facebook with 270 million users. So it's likely that some part of them are really here in India. So in the statement that Facebook has released a while back, it has said that they are in touch with the Indian government for providing preliminary information. They've already launched an investigation and they will be sharing those details with the Indian government soon. As far as the exact data is concerned, that's not something they've still revealed. It's been in the works for quite some time now. We'll have to wait and see what the response to the Indian government by Facebook finally will be, because it's a series of controversy that Facebook is quoting here in India, be the WhatsApp fake news efforts that they were taking, even the data breach, Cambridge Analytica, the Indian government had sent out a clear message. So their response will really be keenly watched.
When you talk about Facebook, I guess WhatsApp and Instagram can't be far behind. And guess what? There's controversy pretty much in every business related to Facebook these days, because Instagram, now if you are someone who's active on Instagram, I don't know if you faced outage while you were using the app earlier today, because users of Instagram complained of a worldwide outage that lasted for over an hour, and this impacted various geographies, Europe, US as well as parts of India. And in fact, the hashtag Instagram down was the top trend in Twitter a few hours back. There were also a lot of jokes going around about how people can perhaps not see avocado pictures on Instagram and like them, and maybe they're going to see those pictures on Twitter now. But Instagram, it looks like they have resolved the issue, because in the last hour, users have been saying that they are able to access Instagram. Now, the photo sharing app was unable to refresh feeds. Both mobile and desktop versions were affected, and the outage comes just days after 50 million FB accounts were also hacked. And remember, it comes days after a big leadership change at Instagram. Just last week, the original founders of Instagram said that they were quitting the company, and a long-time Facebook insider took charge on Monday. So I guess not the best of beginnings for the new CEO of Instagram, but it looks like they have resolved the issue for now. On that note, we'll take a break, but on the other side of the break, we bring you a conversation with an Indian startup in the online furniture retailing space, that's Pepperfry. We asked them about how they're going to cope with competition from IKEA. More coming up on the other side of Startup Central. Welcome back to ED Now Startup Central. Now, in the last few weeks, we've been telling you how various online players are gearing up for the festive season, be it Flipkart with its Big Billion sale or Amazon with its Great Indian Sale. But we have a player from the vertical space today, and we're talking about online furniture retailer Pepperfry. Now, online furniture has clearly become a very hot space, sought after space in the last few months, because this is widely seen as the next big category after electronics and fashion for e-commerce players, something that will really kick it off for them. And apart from that, the other dimension, of course, is the competition that all furniture players are going to face because of IKEA's entry into India. Remember, IKEA finally opened in Hyderabad a few weeks back. But will that have a big effect on furniture retailing, or will the competition come from bigger players such as Amazon, Walmart, and of course Pepperfry's own rival Urban Ladder, which is another startup in this space? We're joined by Pepperfry's co-founder and COO Ashish Shah on Startup Central. Ashish, thanks for joining us on Startup Central. You know, festive season just a few days away. How, what kind of demand are you anticipating this time around? Because online furniture decor is being pegged as the third biggest category to watch out for after electronics and fashion.
As a home and furniture business, obviously, the second half of the year is really big for us. It's the festive time. It's the time when people invite, guests and family at their place, and therefore they spend a lot of money in renovating their homes and, beefing up the decor, etc. So second half of the year is, really big for us as a business. And therefore, what we have been doing, for all of the last, 6 years of our existence is that we prep a lot, for the festive season. So most of the changes that, happen at Pepperfry are done in the first half of the year. So, by 15th of June, we are kind of done with every bit of preparation that we have to do for the season. After 15th of June, we actually do not like to change things, because that's the time to do business, right? So some of the things that we do, we are a business, where the fundamental proposition is great variety and great prices, and therefore a lot of focus is paid on beefing up our catalog. So today Pepperfry runs around 10 house brands, on the website. So launch of several new collections, in sofas, and some of our top house brands like Woodsworth, Mudra Mark, Amberville, etc. So significant beef up of the catalog is something that has happened in the last 6 months. This is also the time when a lot of more new orders will get placed on the website, and therefore beefing up our entire supply chain is something that we have already done with. In the last 3 months, we have opened 3 new distribution center, one in Nagpur, one in Coimbatore, one in Guwahati. So, so from supply chain standpoint as well, we are kind of absolutely ready for the upcoming, festive season. So, all on, in the last 3 months, we also opened, 10 new stores. We are now in Lucknow, we opened one in, Goa.
Ashish, if you look at the e-commerce space, it's been largely discount and cashback driven, and we've been speaking to experts in the last few weeks who expect that this trend will continue this time around as well, because you have a lot of players with deep pockets, be it Flipkart, be it Amazon, be it Paytm Mall, which is also sort of trying to get a foothold in this category. Where do things stand as far as online furniture retail is concerned? Do you still need those deep discounts to lure customers, or has enough lifetime value been established considering you have been in this space for some time?
Yeah, so that has been the core proposition, from our side. Great variety and great prices is something that we have been offering from day one. More and more customers today come on Pepperfry because we are the largest source of supply, when it comes to home and furniture products. Today we have a large, 11,000 product catalog only for furniture. When you talk about sofas, we can show you 550 sofas with, various color variants. We have close to 450 king size beds. So therefore the fundamental proposition will continue to remain great variety. Great prices is something that we are able to offer to our customers because we do not deal with intermediaries, right? We are a company that goes directly to the source, and therefore by removing intermediaries, we are able to offer great variety to our customers for many years now, and therefore that will continue to remain a core proposition for us. Now the variety, the value can be delivered in terms of coupons, discounts, etc. Idea is to offer the great price, offer the best price in the market to our customers today.
What sort of traction are you seeing as far as omni-channel is concerned? We have seen online players opening offline stores, be it Myntra, be it Urban Ladder. What sort of traction are you seeing there?
We were kind of very clear from day one that we want to build a large home and furniture business, and therefore one of the things which was very clear in our mind is that we never classified customers as online customers or offline customers, right? Even if you're buying books, music, etc., there are times when you go online to buy your book, and there are times when you also buy books when you are at the WHS at the airport, etc. So you should not classify a customer as an online customer and an offline customer. We were very clear about that from day one. 2014 December is when our first store had opened. Our goal is to be present in terms of in front of the customer, where the customer wants to interact with us. So be it mobile phone, be it tablet, online on the web, or offline studios. So the goal is to be present to our customers wherever they want us to be present, and therefore omni-channel was kind of core of our strategy from get-go. December 14 is when we opened our first studio. In 2015 we opened 7 more, and since then we have kind of doubled our studios every year. When we are talking, we have around 36 studios, like I said. This year's plan is to touch a number of 70 studios. We'll be present in around 28 cities with 70 Pepperfry studios. What studios do for us is these are great consulting points. Often there are a lot of immigrants into the new mega and metro cities today. When you are building up your home, you can sometimes you are not able to access expert help because you do not.
Finally, Ashish, before we let you go, what sort of disruption do you expect from IKEA? That's being pegged as the biggest game changer. We've seen some interesting ad campaigns from Godrej taking on IKEA. We've also asked Urban Ladder about the impact, but what impact do you see from a behemoth like IKEA entering India?
We are actually kind of very excited by the entry of large players in the country. One of the things, while furniture is a large category in the country, one of the things about furniture is that it is not very exciting, right? It is not something that people like to flaunt. It is not like a shirt that you buy and you want compliments from folks, etc., right? So with the entry of folks like people like IKEA and with Pepperfry and many more players, what is happening in the category is that a lot of excitement is getting built, right? People are opening up to the idea of buying furniture from organized players. All of the last decades, Indian customers are buying furniture products either from the catalogs, or they get carpenters to sit in their homes to build their furniture. I think customers are now opening up to the idea of buying furniture from organized players, and therefore, and when it comes to organized furniture play, Pepperfry comes first, as the top of the mind recall for the customers in the country today.
Thanks for joining us, Ashish. We will of course keep track of how various players fare in the festive season. But we have to end with a person who inspires me, who I'm sure inspires everyone, and that's PepsiCo's outgoing CEO Indra Nooyi. Today is her last day at work. She has hinted in her earnings call that she will be active, doing something different, perhaps also spending more time with family. She's still not revealed what that is yet, but in a very heartwarming note to employees, she's also shared 6 leadership lessons for them, and I'm just going to take you through them one by one. Always have a clear, compelling vision for what you want to accomplish. Focus on the short term as well as the long term. That's the second one. Bring people along with you. That's leadership lesson number 3. 4 is be good listeners. 5, be lifelong students. And finally 6, she says, think hard about time. Be mindful of your choices on the road ahead, because life's too short, so it's important that you prioritize. So some inspiring words, a parting letter from PepsiCo's CEO, outgoing CEO Indra Nooyi. She's certainly inspired a generation of women to aspire big, dream big, and though she said that women can't have it all, women still try to have it all despite the odds in various workplaces. But on that note, thanks so much for watching ET Now Startup Central, and stay tuned to the channel for more news and updates.